Hello there guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Onyedika Israel and welcome to the portal of value. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create this mind-blowing flyer design using just your smartphone in a few minutes. Just follow all the steps carefully. Feel free to take the video backwards anywhere you miss it. All the resources used for this design will be linked in the description box below. If you're a new subscriber, you can't be new. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell so that when I drop amazing tutorials, you're going to be the first to know. And if you're a returning subscriber, please like this video, leave a comment so that the algorithm can suggest it to those who find it useful. That being said, let's get right into the video. I said, let's get right into the video.
This is the flyer we're going to be learning how to get done. Okay, it's a very simple flyer. It's not going to take time, but it's equally amazing. And like I would always say, what makes an amazing design is number one, form, and number two, obedience to the principles of design. Okay, this design obeyed the principles of design as much as possible, and the beauty is also there. These two things, if your design is beautiful and doesn't obey the principles of design, you have wasted your time. Okay, and if your design obeys the principle but is also not beautiful, it's still not balanced. There needs to be balance. So while I was creating this, I first of all came up with this, and then it didn't look too good. But in this tutorial, we're going to look at this, then we'll look at this quickly. Let's get to Pixel Lab. So here we are in Pixel Lab, and this is what the design looks like. So simply going to create a new page and get started. So let's just click on default, get into the tutorial straight. Alright, this is what Pixel Lab looks like at first. You just delete. The next thing you want to do is to change your background to color white. Change your background to color white. Then we're going to import for our background. We'll start working on the background first. So just click here, import, and import your background. We're starting off with this as our main background. What we're going to do is we're going to stretch it out to cover the entire design, and then using the relative position tool, we'll centralize it and then lock it up in the layer section so that it doesn't move around. We'll just lock that. Now we want to touch it up a bit using the color filters. I like to do this for most of my image resources I import, because sometimes it enhances what you're working on. So we're just going to touch this up. Just let's say drop the brightness and increase the contrast. Drop the brightness some more. Okay, I think this is okay. Now this is not all there is to our background. I'm just going to cover the top side of it to be white, and what we're going to do is very simple. Just pay attention. You'll be adding a shape first of all. Add like a rectangle shape. Just stretch it out to cover the entire space of that top, just the top. Then now this is the tricky part. Come to gradient, and using this plus button, just tap the plus button you see here. Okay, now make sure this is arranged straight like this. So tap on this first bar and make it white. You can make it white by dragging this second slider to the extreme. It's white. Then you click on OK. Come to this other one here, click on the bucket icon, paint icon, drag the last slider to the extreme left to make it transparent. This is very simple. Click on OK. Now drag this white one on the left a little bit. We just want to adjust it. Then click on OK. So you have something that looks like this. Now stretch this out a little more, and I think this is okay. So we're going to lock that up as well. Now we have our background set. Next thing we're going to do is to import our image. That is the image of the car we're using. So this is the image of the car. I think we should also import the image of the design we want to work on. So let's just bring in the design. Let me stretch that, and then we'll lock it and hide it. Okay, so this is the image of the car. Now this is what the image of the car looked like originally when it was downloaded, but we touched it up a little bit. We reduced the brightness, increased the contrast, and then came to hue and kind of changed the color from deep red. It became something like this. Okay, now we're going to be adding our text. The first text was get the best. Just drag it down. The font used is Beba's Neo font. It usually comes with your Pixel Lab, but if you can't find it, you can always download it. This is the font here, Beba's Neo. Just tap on it, click OK. Now for some reason I like to reduce the spacing between my fonts. I don't know, reduce it to like -4, and then we just keep it there. Let's turn on our grid lines, so that this is where you turn on grid lines, so that we work in alignment. And we'll just adjust this here. Now I'm going to keep this get the best here, then copy. What you want to do now is to copy that text. And I think the next thing was car rental. Get the best car rental. Then I think the next thing was services. Get the best car rental services. Okay, now notice how I'm adding the text one after the other. This is to create emphasis, so that I can increase the sizes of each text one after the other. I'm going to bring the car to front because I want it to cover the services, so that it creates a kind of effect. Then I would lock the car. Alright, so we have this set already. Next is to just give it the color. This car rental, we're using the color of the car, okay, which I've already added somewhere here. Okay, it's no more here. You come to gradient. Just when you want to add text to color, come to color. We're using a gradient. Why I use a gradient is because gradients give your design one kind of really nice feel. If you use just a solid plain color, it's not bad, but gradients kind of improve the overall texture of the design. So we're going to be using a gradient, just like we did before. Tap this, tap the bucket, and come to around this reddish orange side. We'll pick this, tap the other one, tap the bucket, also come the same place, and we'll pick something lighter, still in that same place, but something a bit lighter. Let's make this one darker. Okay, this lighter, just to create that effect. I think we can go with this. Okay, yeah, we can go with that. Then give the same color to services. Now you see it's the color of our car we are using, so that everything rhymes together, and it's called harmony, right? So to further sell the text effect and make it not to look too plain, we're just going to add something there. Come to shapes, come to circle, select a circle, right? When you select it, just resize it and place it on top of the text you want the effects to be on. Then you go to gradient. Remember the white that you did for your background, the white gradient. You're going to repeat it, but because we've done it before, I'll just select it from here. But now, after selecting it, press the plus button. Now invert it using this button here. Invert it. Just click on it. It inverts. Then slide this a bit, just as you wish. Just slide it. Click on OK. Now we have a kind of effect here. Now you want to scroll up and reduce the opacity of that circle, so that the effect is not too pronounced, but then it will still be there. Just adjust it the way you feel will be okay. Think, okay, let's use an opacity of say 20. 20 is nice. If it's not nice, we can still come back to change it. So I think 20 is nice. Just simply copy that circle and put it on top of car rentals as well, and we have the effect we are looking for. That's for that. Then to add the other information that is supposed to be on the flyer, we have a square. Just put a square right there and centralize it using the relative position. I like to centralize everything I do. Remember our grid lines, let's not forget it. You see that the square is not exactly matching up, so let's reduce it and put in a grid line. Reduce it, centralize again. Okay, now it's matching, it's in alignment with the text, and we can now add the other text, the address of the store. We're just going to use a random address. Let's say number 15, value, portal value. Number 15, portal value. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe now, Nigeria. Okay, so we're just going to use that. just drop the size and let's leave it here. So the fonts, you can use any body font for this. I'm going to be using Montserrat regular, Montserrat here. Poppins would be nice too, but let me just use Montserrat. And then I'm going to drop the space in between the lines, line spacing. Okay, I think I should color this black. It's usually gray. Let's leave it black. Right. Then also going to add a call to action button, which is important. A call to action button is what should tell somebody who is interested in what your flyer is offering. It's what tell them what to do so that they can get what your flyer offers. It's very important in business flyers. So I'll just copy this text to add the phone number. Let's just say 01234567. Let's just leave it at that. Drop the size. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we can leave it like this. Call or WhatsApp, blah 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 blah. Let's still watch our grid lines. Watch the grid lines. Okay, I think it's in alignment. I need to bring this down a bit and maybe reduce the size. Okay, I think that's in alignment. Okay, to kind of create a balance inside this white square, that's why I'm going to add this now. You could choose to add a location icon or something, but I just want to add this to create a balance so that that left, extreme left hand side doesn't look too empty. That's why I'm adding. That's the only reason I'm adding this square you see there. Let's centralize everything. Let's capitalize rather. Capitalized. Okay, so I think this is done for here. Then we can just come up, copy this text, come up to the top and just add, just anything to sell the brand. Let's say super affordable, best customer care, what else, quick and efficient. I'm not taking my time to think about it, but let's just add those. So we have this. I think we should put it on the right hand side, then put the brand name. That's one thing I forgot to do in the test flyer I did. So let's just leave it here, and then we'll have the brand name somewhere here. So let's say the brand name is Impact Car Rentals. Okay, let me write it separately. Let's write Impact Car separately, then we write Rentals separately. Alright, so let's bring back our grid lines so everything aligns. We're just using the arrow key to move everything. I'm trying not to make this tutorial to get too long, so I hope you're following. We're just working with grid lines here. Alright, so we have everything we need. Let's increase the line spacing there. Alright, I think we should use the enter button so that everything comes in a separate line. That means I will add these bullets here. Okay, I should have added them on this side and not this side because they will be left aligned. So sorry. Alright, I think we've gotten what we want. Okay, so let's align it to the right. Everything is aligned to the right, so we can just leave that here. You can choose to maybe do this. Now I noticed I'm doing something a little bit different from the original flyer I showed you at the beginning of this video, but it's not bad. So we can just choose to add this to kind of sell the effect. It's simple. What I did was simple. Bring in a circle, turn it to an oval shape, reduce the opacity to 0, then scroll up, find the stroke width and add a stroke width. Just one is enough. Drop the size, drag it to where you want. Just reduce the size as you desire, drag it to where you want, then you simply duplicate it to give that scribbled circle effect it's that simple. I think we need to bring this down a little bit. The name of the brand, the name of the business needs to come down a little bit. So are we missing anything? No, I don't think we're missing anything. We can just, I think we should adjust this text, make them a little bit bigger. Let's still have our grid lines. Okay, let me lock these effects up. So let's just make our text a little bit bigger. A little, not so much. Okay, car rentals, then get the best, a little bit bigger. Alright, I think that cuts it. Then we can bring in this text that we added earlier, just bring it down a bit. This effects rather. Okay, are we missing something? Where is the original design? Let's see. Bring it to front and let's see. Okay, we're missing in Abuja. So I think that's what we missed. That means we need to reduce the text back again. Should we do that? No. Let's just bring this down. Okay, just to create space for the Abuja part. Then the spaces in between are a bit too much. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. Now in Abuja, what I did was simple. Tap on shape, just drop it down to a rectangle, drag it to where you want it to be, and go to gradient. Remember the one you used for your background. Just tap on it, then tap on the plus button. Now look up here, you would see a couple of presets. What you want to do is to tap on the first one, and it's going to look like this. It's going to look horizontal. Then click on OK. Select. Now you can change the color from here to your gradient color, and you are good to go about that. So we can just add in Abuja here. Let's copy this text and delete in Abuja. All right, we change that to white and just keep it here. So yeah, we've added that. I think that is that for Pixel Lab. Okay, so very beautiful, very amazing, very simple. You can get this done in less than 10 minutes. This is 17 minutes, and it's because I'm trying to explain and design at the same time, but we're done. So a little bit more, a bonus for you, something like a bonus. Let's just align some things here. As a bonus for you, you can just stick around. We'll enhance this design on Snapseed. So let's just save, and then we'll get to Snapseed and enhance the design. I'll show you how I enhance some of my designs on Snapseed. Once it saves, once you're done with everything you're doing on Pixel Lab, go over to Snapseed and open up a new project. Add your latest design, simple. Then now go to tools, go to tune image. There is no specific way to do this. You have to just experiment. Okay, we're just experimenting. Go to tune image. Usually I would drop the brightness a little bit, just a little. Then contrast, I would usually increase it, not so much. Anything you're doing, don't do it too much. I don't touch saturation. I increase ambience just a little, and I reduce highlights most of the times, just a little bit, and I increase shadows most of the times, just a little bit. You're done for this tune image. You select OK. Now come to details here. Structure and sharpening, I usually increase the both of them, but not so much, and click OK. Then every other thing you want to add is secondary. You can explore. Sometimes I add the grain. Come to grainy fill. Under tools, go to grainy fill right here, grainy fill, tap it. I just add grain, and style strength, I reduce it to 0, but I leave the grains there just a little bit. I don't do that all the time. So you can see we just kind of made the things in the design to pop, and then you simply export or save, whichever one, and you are actually done. Congratulations, you've done an amazing design using just your phone. So you can go ahead and experiment. Go ahead. The resources used for this design, Link will be in the description box down below. You can download the background, the car image, all of the resources, and try it out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when I drop another amazing tutorial this Friday on this YouTube channel. My name is Onyedika Israel. See you in the next one.